You see my that African dude that's trying to
Oh yeah, he was in
do the
Russia. Yeah.
Gaddafi thing.
Hmm.
Hmm?
Do you see that video? Did I send it to
He's
you
on.
guys?
He's only
Mm-mm.
37 too.
I know, right? Let me see.
Jesus.
I'll play it.
Young.
Hmm. Yeah, he met with Putin.
Uh, Putin. Hopefully that. I don't want to go. Where's he from? Hold on. Let me. I'm gonna add this to the. I'll play the video, but he's on some shit. That's my guy. Come on, show my. I mean, he's doing the Gaddafi. They're gonna assassinate him eventually.
Oh
You
yeah.
know? I mean, it's almost a certainty at this point.
Well,
Um,
37. That's a full life for somebody.
yeah, they got rid of a couple of those guys down there already.
Yeah.
So
Putin has offered total support, in his words, total support for Africa.
yeah, they just want they're gonna go over there and then try to colonize and shit like they always do.
Hey, man, I'd rather have Putin in your corner than against you. I've seen some people in his hit squad. I've seen videos how they go about. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, I do not want to be on that end. You're gonna get hacked and poisoned at the same time.
Exactly. All that stuff that you see in these Mission Impossible movies about people infiltrating the criminal. Yeah,
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear
Oh, shout out
this.
to Mission Impossible. I'm definitely gonna go see that. I know people don't fuck with Tom. I mean, I like the Mission Impossible joints. Y'all gonna check that
Mission
out?
Impossible is Tom Cruise's last good leg. Like, as long as he
Yeah.
keeps making them, even though this is the last one, he good money
Yeah.
with me.
He's
Yeah.
still a Scientologist.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
He
know
don't
it.
talk to his kids. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Praise
All
him.
right, this is the joint with the guy. I don't know his name. Mbutu something or other. Hold on. I'll play it.
Because he is inspiring an African revolution against the West right now. This is 37-year-old Ibrahim Traore. He is the second youngest head of state in the world right now, and what his supporters say he represents is simple: African independence. You see, Burkina Faso is a former French colony, and since he became leader of the country in 2022, he has accused France of neocolonialism, which in other words is when a country is still trying to control the other, but now just through more hush means. So when he seized power, he started to make drastic changes. He ordered the French troops to leave the country. He expelled French diplomats and Western media. He banned the use of British and French colonial-style judicial wigs in efforts to decolonize.
If this nigga was serious, he'd killed him. I would have taken.
Well,
like, I would have killed him.
Yeah. With France, I mean, what a whole bunch of nations, but France
a bunch of
specifically
pussies.
with
They ain't gonna do
Africa is-
shit.
I mean, France has done
France,
some
England, they ain't got no strong
stripping.
army. The
Talk about
U.S.
stripping.
Army. Yeah, U.S. Army runs that shit. So whatever.
What happened?
U.S. Army protect is the strong. It's like the
Oh no,
That's the
you're
force
Is
breaking
that
up.
the backing is what
yeah.
you're
They
saying.
wouldn't like if
Right.
they went into a cold like a hot war with an African.
No, I'm talking about the
Middle Eastern
colonization.
country. I know, yeah, but that's all influence. You know what's fucked up about colonization?
Oh, it's probably the video. You might have to take.
What? Oh,
The connection is.
what are you talking about?
I think because of the video, maybe in the background. I don't know. The connection started getting a little slow, but
Oh, did you?
I
Hear
don't know
what I
if
said?
it was when you started streaming the video. Yeah, what were you saying?
I was saying like, what's fucked out about colonization is that after this influence is put on these people, it's hard for the oppressed to uprise because they think like just mentally that they have no footing, right? It's like slavery. There's more slaves on the plantation than there are masters, right? There'll probably be what like 10 motherfucking white dudes. Maybe they have guns and shit, but like these niggas is getting whipped and shit all day, and there's like 100 of them on it. Imagine if they just you know what I mean? They don't do it.
Yeah, I mean,
And
that
the
did
problem.
happen eventually, but yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
Nat
mean,
Turner and
but
shit, yeah.
but initially, no, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's it's well, the problem with that proposition is the first and foremost is where do you go, right? When you're brought to a whole different land you never experienced, never been in, don't know the lay of the law, right? Escaping is obviously 100% of what you think about 100% of the time, but then
Yeah.
where do you go? So it had to take time for people to, get alliances and figure out where people were, other people
But
to
would
work
you
with.
want to
But
be like? Let me put it to you this way: Are you gonna?
I would
be-
die if I was back then. They would just kill
There you
me
go.
because I talk too much. Yeah,
He talked back.
they would
too
just
much.
shoot me right in the head like this.
I'm
This motherfucker.
a
Right
terrible worker. I'm getting murdered.
Yeah.
I'm,
Yeah.
He said I'm a
Yeah.
terrible worker.
if the house isn't an option, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
this
you
is
be
the
the house nigga?
this is the concept of 100 men versus a gorilla. I'm gonna start speaking monkey, bro. Like hell, I can't do this.
Yeah.
If we logically came together against this gorilla, we're gonna win, but we're not gonna do that. Like, it's not gonna
I mean, I don't know. I'd be on the fence. You know, I'm fair skinned. When I'm
I
not,
talk
You're
too
definitely
much.
in the house, bro.
I wouldn't be in the house.
You're gonna start showing Massa what's the best way to see this group don't like this group. So what we gonna do?
You think I'm gonna be the snitch? I'll be the informant.
You be informative. I ain't saying you gonna be a snitch.
He said I'm
Informer.
Nah, bro, you got me all twisted up.
You're
That's
too
wrong.
pink, bro.
You don't know me.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
would
know
just
me.
I would have to get killed because I mean, at the end of the day, I know just I mean, if I'm the same person today, I mean, I don't, you could be like it's different times and all that, but the way I am, I just know I will buck too much. I'd be like, nah. They would just be like, hey,
They'll
this
buck
motherfucker.
break you.
Yeah,
Sean, they'll
hang
buck
him.
break you. Watch out.
Well, it wouldn't even be buck break. I wouldn't survive that shit. I mean, they just, I'd
so
be
like
talking too
100
much.
white men tried to rape you. You'd probably kill yourself. 'Cause that's what
Well,
they
no,
did.
it wouldn't even kill. I died. I mean, I would just know.
You
It'd
died
just be
try-
one of those
you
situations.
died
It would be one of those
trying.
situations. I'd be die trying to like get out of the situation. I would either be trying to escape.
What if they
trying
tied
to,
you
like-
up? Like they said, nah, we're gonna break you, boy. And
Nah,
you
I'd probably
got no
definitely
choice.
I'd definitely be shark bait before we even got to that point.
Well, probably,
So
yeah.
what if
yeah,
if they
yeah.
tied you up, if they
Well, no,
tied
I
you
mean-
up and had their way with you,
I'm with Sean, and I'd be dead before then.
Yeah. Yeah. You might as
First
well
off,
kill
they
me.
wouldn't even want me. They'd be like, "This colored boy here ain't worth his weight in shit."
now if
Leave
they
him
tied me
here.
up and said they was gonna rape me, I'd poop.
Boy, you be shucking and
You know,
jiving.
like, no, I would not be shucking and jiving.
You be like, "Oh boy, before you take my butt, it's a nice butt over there that's nice and black. You might want to start with him." Next thing you know, you're gonna be in that joint with a powdered wig at the auction house selling them off.
Well, that's the thing. They don't talk about the whole the breeding stables and stuff they had, right, for us back then, and outside of right the slavery piece, but the going and having the women and the young children in there basically for these guys to go in and do whatever with right. So I mean that was the thing that happened, unfortunately. Right, with a lot of the women just getting raped and pillaged and all that on a daily basis, and to then go be out in the field like that is crazy, right? To that mental shit is like, whew, I'm not that strong. They would just kill me because I'm just talking. I'm trying to fight my way out. I wouldn't be strategic. I would just be on some dumb shit probably back then. Maybe take one out and be happy dying that way. I killed one of them and they just take me out, but. Yeah.
Sad times. All right, let me finish this here. Let's see what Africa is up to now.
Colonized the country's judicial system, and then he started making major changes. He started cutting ties with foreign companies involved in Burkina Faso's infrastructure development, like roads, bus stations, airports, and then started replacing them with locally equipped and trained workers, and then acquired around 1,000 road building machines for them to use. He started introducing policies to boost local control over food production and processing. He started pushing for greater state control over energy, reducing their dependence on foreign suppliers of electricity, and then in the clearest statement to the West yet, he has started buying back a number of the country's major gold mines previously owned by foreign entities. He called the purchases a reclaiming of national wealth from exploitative foreign ownership. But here's where things get crazy, because what started in Burkina Faso has now become something much bigger. They've now joined forces with Mali and Niger to form the Alliance of Sahel States, basically saying, we've got each other's backs and we're done with all influence from the West. Ivory Coast and Senegal are now also pushing to remove foreign military bases, and a former Nigerian senator described Traore's actions as the spirit of a continent yearning to be free, dignified, and prosperous. And that is exactly why we're seeing it slowly transition from one country in Africa to Africa as a whole. Because the question that's increasingly being asked is, why is such a resource-rich continent that literally powers the world so poor themselves? Now, here's the problem. We've seen revolutions like this in Africa before, and they haven't ended well. Back in the 1980s, Thomas Sankara led Burkina Faso with almost the exact same vision Traore has now, rejecting foreign aid, nationalizing roads and railways, and calling for true African independence. But just 4 years later, he was assassinated. His policies were reversed, and French firms regained contracts for roads, railways, and ports in Western Africa. So is Traore walking that same path? We don't know. But there are reports that he has survived 19 assassination attempts in 2 years. However, not all those claims have been verified. And it's also important to note that Traore has his critics. Some call him a dictator because he rose to power in a coup. He's postponed elections, he's banned the media, and he's cracked down on dissent, and critics saying no country has ever developed under democracy. So the question is, what do you think? Is this just another dictator grappling for power, or the man to ignite a long-needed change for Africa? The world
Yeah, man.
needs
I agree with that. Power to the black man. And like, yo, 19, you said? 19 assassination attempts? That's wild.
Yeah, I think they tried to get Castro like 600 times over the years. Which is crazy. They tried to get him left and right. You know.
Dang, man. But nah, I mean, I'm all about it. I'm like, if this thing keeps going the way it's going, I'm gonna be on my Nas and Belly shit. Let's go back to Africa.
Well, that's happening.
Yo,
There's a lot of
let's do
expats to Ghana and stuff, man. I mean, people are going, in droves. Like there's a lot of land opportunities. I have a
Don't they
actually
have
real estate.
Don't they have a thing built over there for Americans?
Yeah, so
to
you can
buy?
path to citizenship. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a friend who is a client. He's in Sierra Leone for like a month, and he's looking to buy property out there. He's in like some program where they like help him integrate and help to find opportunities to buy land out there. So yeah, I mean, it's it's we explore the space to see if there's other places that we can habitat, right? So why would that not be the case for another country? I mean, eventually, maybe 100 years from now, America won't be the dominant country. Who knows? I mean, but we are the fact that we are in the middle of, right, we're separated by oceans makes us strategically, in the perfect position.